We are live. Hello, everyone. We'll give you a small bit of time for people to start popping in. So, this is a continuation. I am live. Yes. Says there's two people in already. Um, so, this is a continuation of Friday night's live, as I had to do a shorter Friday night live. So, today we're doing a Sunday live uh, at the minute. So, I hope you all enjoy, and I hope you've all had a good weekend. I know some of you are back to work tomorrow. I know some of you aren't back to work tomorrow, but we'll wait and see. We'll see how many people turn up anyway. Uh, we'll give it a bit of time. I'll just send out some notifications here and see what guys start to come in. Uh, it isn't 8 o'clock yet anyway. I told people it would be 8 o'clock before I came online, so let there be no hassle. Nick, how are you? Good evening. Welcome. Um, I'm sure a few more of the guys will be popping in now shortly. Um, how has your weekend been? Are you back to work now tomorrow? Uh, Hopefully after this live, the part three of the East German restoration project will be going live as well. So that's something else for you to look forward to uh, when you get online or when you come around later. I'm trying to think what else is happening throughout the week. There's nothing really happening throughout the week. The I still haven't got my parts from my Brody, so we need that for to turn up. Um, so we can get it fixed. Nick, how's my sound and stuff there? Because my soundbar doesn't seem to be working for some strange reason. Can you hear me? Can anyone hear me? Hello out there. But yeah, sure, we'll give it a go anyway, and we'll see till people start coming in. If you can hear me, guys, let me know because my soundbar for some reason does not seem to be working. Sounds good. That's okay. At least someone can hear me, um, which is half the battle. So I just want to check something. Is there a way to tell? No, that's right. Doesn't matter anyway. So if I type something, does it come up? Yeah, it does actually. Why would you want to type on your own chat? But sure, there we go. Uh, I'm just trying to figure out. Oh, okay. So this is what I was. This is the thing. You can ask a pool, and people can answer it. So I was just trying to figure that out. So Nick, have you been working this weekend, or are you on the DOS like the rest of us? I hope some of the old regulars come in, like Nick and or Stan, Military Collectibles, and the boys. I don't know if I think Stan said he was going to be around, but I do know he was doing stuff in the man cave earlier on that could inhibit him in turning up. But hopefully he'll turn up. So yeah, so I'm the as I said, hopefully the part two of the or sorry, the part three of the East German helmet restoration project is done, and that should be up this evening after this live stream. Um, and those of you that are watching that project, I'm extremely happy with how the color turned out. And yeah, so it's not okay. It is completed, but in the video, it's not completed. There's another one more part to it, which is the restoration of the liner that is coming up. But the part 3 of it is on this evening, and then there will be a part 4. So that's coming up this evening. And I'm still waiting on parts for my bloody Brody helmet. I must send the company that I got the stuff off or ordered the stuff off an email. Hopefully they will turn up. I don't want to mention who I ordered the stuff off, in case there's a genuine reason, or in case it was my fault, or in case something like that happened. Kenny, how are you? Welcome. Um, in case something happened, and the yeah, that it's on the way. I just don't want to upset them and stuff like that. Weekend off, picked up 2 training grenades cheap. Very cool, Nick. I did go to a car boot sale today, but there was absolutely nothing there. No, we did arrive a bit late, and most of the traders had gone away and stuff like that. But yeah, it was a bit disappointed now with the prospects or the outlook of military collecting today at my car boot sale. There was nothing there, so we just went for a drive then after that. Really, uh, that was it. Quite quiet weekend. I don't really have anything planned. I'm off for a few days now, so I don't really have anything planned. Probably doing some more bits and pieces around the war room. Um, Checking out stuff, putting some stuff in vacuum bags, and storing things for the winter. I know it's hard to say, but we are in August. We've September, and that's it pretty much. Um, was looking on the Irish reenactors forums today and the pages and stuff like that, and the outlook on military shows is a bit bleak around the Republic of Ireland at the minute. Now I don't know if there's anything going to happen in the north. Um, we'll have to wait and see. I do have some friends up there that have stuff happening in the north, so we'll have to wait and see. Stan is in the room full of DDRT. Well, take a seat before you turn upside down, and we hope you enjoy the evening. What would you say is a fair price for a pair of Bundeswehr rank slides? Um, I I don't know. In Ireland, I've seen them advertised. Depends what rank too, and it depends what era. But I've seen them advertised anything from a couple of euros to €10 for a set. Um, I have a load of. I have a full. Are you talking about? You're talking about West German Bundeswehr now. Um, yeah, Kenny. It depends. A couple of euros, nothing major really. Maybe a £5 a set. I was given 1 second there now. Let's just see if I can find them. Whoops, dropping everything. Go into my bag of rank markings. West German. Okay. So my bag of badges. See, I have sets. So that's um, how I have them. A gentleman might actually be into this evening. He gave them to me. I do have a lot more of them if I can find them. While I'm rummaging through my bag of there we go. So I've got 3 stripe ones, another one, single one, double. I must put these actually on a picture frame. There's another one. And then I have the loops and the stuff that will go for to make it different ranks again. Yeah, so does that answer your question? Just an old pair of British ones. Kenny Rebel, thanks for the subscription to my channel. Yeah, guys, I meant to say that to you. If any of you have channels, and if any of you want shout outs, or if any of you want information on, or just try and get up to subscribers, talk to each other, let each other know, and join away each other's channels and subscriptions. Like I watch Stan there. I watch Military Collectibles. I watch Timber, Jim Timber. I watch Reiki lads actually subscribe to me. They come on the lives that I'd be watching as well. Rifleman Moore, Jack Brown, Military Collectibles or Jack Brown Collection. Sorry, his channel is called. Then there's a few guys in this. There's a few guys in the states I watch as well. Yeah. So I mean, if you have a channel, let us know and we'll try to get you some help, get you a bit of subscriptions and stuff. I think my subscriptions I'm at 430 odd now at this stage. So I was thinking, should I do like a prize giveaway or a prize something or other at 500 and at 1,000, or will I just wait till 1,000? Because it could take me another year or two to get to 1,000. But I was thinking about doing a giveaway. What to give away, I don't know. But I do have like doubles of 84 pattern, 68 pattern, DPM stuff. But then I don't know if guys would like that. So I don't know. Have you seen Militaria review the last battlefields with Timo Struckman? No, I haven't actually. Ralph, I must actually look that up. You keep giving me playlists of stuff, and it's mental. I must try. I don't have enough time. I wouldn't have enough time in a month to get around to all the stuff that you asked to. Ralph, you were asking me about my German deck card, and I do have it somewhere. I just can't place it, but I do have it somewhere. And when I do find it, I will put it up. I'll do a video on it. But I do have an original deck card somewhere for a German guy, as we were talking about. So when I do find it, though, I will put it up. I will do it. But what I did find though, and I've been looking for ages, is an original, still in the plastic, Vietnam toothbrush era. Huh. I've been looking at for ages because I'm trying to. What I like to do when I'm putting an impression or a collection together is I like getting the pocket fillers and the small little personal items first, and then building off of that. Like with my RUC stuff, I have everything for his pockets. Like I have his notebook, I have his warrant card, I have his water bottle, I have his field dress, and I have his first aid kit at the back. Um, so yeah, so that's what I like. I like to build off of that. Same with my Second World War impression that I'm doing now at the minute. Um, I'm still working on bits and pieces, personal items, because I believe the attention is in the detail. So once I'm happy enough with the personal items, then I'll get the uniform. Um, and at the moment, it looks like it's going to be trying. I'm going to try and get it from What Price Glory Central Europe. But they do have a massive waiting list and they are expensive. So we'll have to wait and see, and we'll have to try and save up a bit of money before that. So, yeah, so that's what I plan on doing. Somebody asked me actually during the week in relation to did you prime the DDR hammer? I did. Part one of that restoration project is up. Part two of that restoration project is up. Part three of it will be up tonight, where it has been painted, and then part four will be up during the week, where the liner will be done and put together. So there's actually four parts to that series. But part three will be up tonight, where it gets sprayed and it gets its color. And I'm very, very happy with the color. The color actually turned out superb and is nearly pretty much in power with what it used to be. I actually did find a date on it. It's 1958 is the date on that helmet. I did try and show it on a video, but it doesn't come up very well, but it is done. So that's coming up. I lost my train of thought in relation to the reenacting side of things. Yes, I was watching a video, chat type thing that Jake Brown from Just want to make sure I have the correct name of his channel before he gives out to me. Uh, Jack Brown, I think it is, isn't it? Jack Brown. Yeah, Jack Brown Collection. Uh, no, I'm wrong. Sorry about this, lads. Oh, God. Maybe his channel come down? I don't think it did. I only watched it the other day. Dee, 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 dee. Dee, 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 dee. Sorry, guys, 1 second now. Yeah, Jack Brown. Jack Brown Collection. Um, I watched him the other day. He had a very good chat with another guy that was on it. Where have we gone? Did you think that World War II inert grenades are very expensive? Do you think that World War II grenades are very expensive for what they are? I think Mills bomb. Thinking of Mills bombs. Um, they're very hard to get here in Ireland, so the lads can nearly charge what they want for them. Not that there's any regulation about them, but to buy inert explosives and things like that, and Mills bombs and stuff like that. The last Mills bomb I seen in Ireland sold for like €55. I think it was. It sold for. Andrew, how are you? Mills bombs can be silly prices, but the last one I seen in Ireland to sell at a fair, which would be about 5 years ago now, possibly six, sold for 55. I think it was euros or pounds, one of the two. Whichever currency we were in at the time, I think it was euros, was €55. Um, so whatever they've gone up since then, I don't know. But getting back to what I was talking about, Jack, or yeah, Jack Brown, in his channel, him and a guy were having a chat, and it's in relation to reenacting and collecting that a lot of a lot of the attention to detail. No, I don't. I don't agree with it, but I don't completely agree with it. But there's a big difference between reenacting and there's a big difference between living history, in my eyes. So we might cover that again some other time. Gammon grenades can be made easily for reenactment. There is a guy. He's actually on eBay. He's 3D printing the likes of mill bombs, uh, uh, gammon grenades, the old American pineapple type grenades, phosphorus grenades, and stuff like that. And I think he's done the Vietnam smoke grenades as well. Um, he's on eBay. He's doing stuff as well. So if I can't think of his handle, we must actually what I might do eventually at some point in time is I'd need to talk to people though because I don't want to run into issues with YouTube, but is to basically sit down and have a discussion on suppliers. Where's the best supplier to go for this? Where's the best supplier to go for that? Because we all know SOF, we all know Epic, we all know Sutlers, we all know What Price Glory. But there are one or two people. There's a few that are around that sneak under the radar that are quite good at what they supply and what they do. Hello, internet problems. Live box is more dead box here. Oh, okay. You're having problems with your internet, Jim. Uh, yeah, Jim. We're just literally having a conversation about everything and anything. Uh, Stan is full on DDRT. Andrew has just arrived to the building. I haven't seen Military Collectibles around yet. He might be into that. Ralph is around there as well. and we were just talking about the helmet. My DDR helmet, East German helmet, has it is finished. I'm not going to show it on camera because I want you to go and see the videos on it. It is finished. It came out very well. I'm very happy with the paint. I'm very happy with how the color turned out. It's nearly bang on to the original. When I sanded it down, I actually found a 1958 date on it. Um, so it is a nearly enough helmet, and it does have rivets where it has been converted. There's extra rivets on the inside of the helmet. Um, David, if he's here tonight, he might be able to explain it a bit more. But it's actually an earlier helmet that has been converted later down in the road of the. Oh, excuse me. That covered it over the DDR history. Um, but it is finished. It is done. There is tonight's part after this will be up where it gets its color, and I explain about stuff like that, and then the next part. So tonight is part three. There will be a part four, which will be out during later on in the week. Um, that's when the liner gets reconditioned, gets the saddle soap put on it, gets the dubbing put in it, and gets cleaned up a bit, and then it gets reattached to the helmet, and then we have a look at the final piece in part four. So there you go. So you'll have to tune in, guys. I'd like to see that DDR helmet video. I've been scraping up old metal ones in my car for years. Scraping up old metal in my car for years. Yeah, it came out very well. It came out very well with it, and I'm actually the paint. The paint came out brilliant on it. I was given a net by a subscriber as well. That's up on it. That's going on it as well. Um, that is on it actually. I should say at the moment. But I strategically hid it this evening so it couldn't be seen on camera because I want you to go bloody look at the videos after I putting in all the hard work in it. And yes, Dan, I take your point. I should wear gloves when I'm doing metal work and stuff like that. But I'm old school and I'm not a big softy like you with fairy liquid hands. What was that, Ed? Fairy liquids that do dishes as soft as they can or something like that. Um, yeah, no, I do take your point. I should have had gloves on, but I didn't, and my hands were absolutely black for about 2 days, 3 days. I picked up some Mills bomb shells over the last few years. Just slowly did them up, buying repo inerts, etc. There's a bloke on eBay that sells really well made repo grenade parts. Oh, very good. Okay. Give me mild green, fairy liquid. Oh, that's what it is. Okay. Uh, lads, don't attack her. I actually know who that is, so be gentle. Um, so that's what the helmet project came up with. Uh, the Brody helmet is on a go slow at the minute because I ordered parts and I still haven't got them. Uh, um, I haven't got them and I've ordered them about 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. So I'm going to bang off an email to the company. I don't want to say anything to the company, or mention the company on here because it could just be a problem that they've encountered or I've encountered, the post has encountered, or something like that. I don't want to see if it's anyone's problem yet, but that is a hold up. That is a World War One liner that is coming for the Brody helmet. Bloody hell, Eric has just asked me for my identity papers, and you're right, fairy liquid hands. um, for hands that do dishes just as soft as your skin, mild green fairy liquid, something like that. Oh, yeah, that was the jingle, wasn't it? Eric, tell Eric get back in his box and stop be checking for papers. Uh, what's the other Stanigan? Tell Stanigan to deal with him. Are there numbers stamped in the DDR helmet? There's 1158. are two, like Roman numerals 2 and 58 stamped on the inside of it on the left hand side, I believe. I can't remember, but it's actually in there. You can see it. The grey paint has actually brought it out even better. Now I've got the song in my head. um, yeah, so the grey paint actually brought it out a lot, and it does look fantastic. Um, the paint, I was worried about the paint, but the paint, when I look back at the original video before I painted it and how it looks now, it's nearly 100%. The shades and the colors and everything are fantastic. There's no difference whatsoever, really. Um, but yeah, it's on the inside. It is stamped on the inside, and the liner is definitely stamped in NVA, and there is a date underneath it, but the date has sort of worn off a small bit. Um, so I'm not 100% sure about the date, but it is definitely stamped NVA. Yeah, Eric Stanek and Ivan. I thought you had four. Have you not got four now? Have you only three? Well, I have Henry, Harry, Hector, and Hans. So the German one is Hans. That's Henry and Harry. They've always been Henry and Harry. Um, and Hector. This guy's Hector. I don't know why they all have H's, but they all have H's. M56 variant. Yeah, it is an M56. It's an M56 slash whatever 76 um, variant. So, but it is the early one. Dave did tell me that it is the early type helmet because it has rivets in it, whereas the later one didn't have any rivets. But this one actually has rivets that have been covered up inside it. I know there are rivets there because when I was sanding, I nearly took the top of my finger off of one of them. Yeah. So I thought you just after getting another mannequin for the Oh, sorry, that's Ivan, isn't it? Ivan is the Russian lad. Jim Stan is on DDRT, so it might take him a few minutes to answer you, Jim. But he is around. He is there. Um, he's having a good time in his man cave, and fair play to him. He works hard enough. He's entitled to have his time off. But yeah, I was here the other day actually, and I was doing some tidying and cleaning up and stuff because of building construction work. This war room, may have to get moved again, which I didn't think it was going to have to happen, but it may have to get moved again. And I was chatting, and I was looking at stuff to put into storage while the move is going on because when the last move, which hopefully this one will be, when the last move is done, um, I'm going to have everything to be out on displays, and I'm making shadow boxes, and I'm going to get like patches and stuff put up on frames that I can put them up on the wall, a bit like Stan's man cave, and a bit like other guys have done. Um, but I was looking at stuff, and I actually have doubles and triples of lots of stuff and stuff that I don't use. The likes of them, they're for the new modern, the new modern uh, MTP, MTP um, British uniform. So the question I came up with, I'm at 440 odd, 30 odd subscribers now, right? So the question I had going around in my head was, I'm going to put a mystery box together with this type of stuff, right? Um, and do a giveaway, like a prize, but I don't know what to make as the prize. Like what is the competition? I have the prize, but what do I make as the competition? And do I do it at 500 or do I do it at 1,000 subscribers? Which I never thought I would get to, but like I try to be a subscriber based channel, so I try to. If you leave a comment, I try and answer them all. If you give me an email, I will definitely answer them, and I will try and answer them as best as I can. Um, but I don't know what to do I don't know what to do for a competition to give a prize, and I don't know whether it'll be like a mystery box or whether I will give away a uniform, whether I'll give away, like I have a few spares for 84 pattern jackets. I could do an 84 pattern jacket and pants and maybe a beret. I don't know. Yeah, we'll have to work it out. Jim Timber, hey Jim, I'm here. And yes, John, question. Ivan is Russian for now. Okay, he's Russian for now. Okay. I have 434 subscribers. Okay, that's very good. Jim Timber, the Great Escape. Yeah, so that's the thing. Do I do it at 500 or do I do it at 1,000? And what do I give as a prize? Might do two. Could do first, second, and third, maybe. I don't know. But then I don't know. I don't know whether guys would like a mystery box. Well, we'll have to wait and see. There is a company in. Uh, there is a company in the process of making 60 pattern DPM kit. 500 giveaway. 500 giveaway. I suppose I could do it at 500. I could do one at 500 and one at 1,000. Um, but I need to check the terms and conditions of YouTube before I do any giveaways because I'm not sure what the position is. Superb Stan, mate. You know their war films. The Great Escape is 1963. Um, sorry, Kenny. Getting back to your question or getting back to your comment. Are they making reproduction 60 pattern DPM kit? Because as far as I know, and to the best of my knowledge, DPM kit didn't come on general issue until the 68 pattern, and the 60 pattern was green kit. Do a 500 one and make it a mystery box. Yeah, I could do that. Probably what I will do. But what the competition then? What do I do? I'll have to think. I'll have to think of a competition first. DPM was issued around 71. Yeah, I was thinking the same, Jim. I know the first 68 pattern stuff was DPM. Uh, we'll find out. I asked the German YouTuber Buffett whether the German death cards were certain languages. I asked the German YouTuber Batcave whether the German deck cards ever contain images of the one I have. The one I have, I know, has a picture of him, and from Google Translate and what I can figure out, it gives his place of death, where he's from, his next of kin, and I think there's like a small, I want to say blessing or prayer, or there's like a bit at the bottom of it. But yeah, so that's what I have. I was looking for it. I did look for it during the week, and like everything else, I have envelopes with stuff stuck everywhere in it. Um, so I was trying to find it to help you out and do a video on it, and I just can't find it at the minute, but I will find it. Yeah, so I will do a video on it. And I was I was watching some YouTube channel. I couldn't sleep last night or the night. Yeah, last night I couldn't sleep at all, and I was watching YouTube videos, and I came across some interesting bits and bobs because you know the way I'm trying to get in. I'm used to reenact First World War. I probably will eventually one point in time get back into the First World War. Uh, but the I was looking at where is the best place to get um, reproduction uniforms, and it is so hit and miss. A lot of people are saying Panther Store. No, there are other suppliers there, but Panther Store seems to be your What Price Glory Central Europe now it's called, seems to be the best place. And um, yeah, but there's like a 4 or 5 month waiting list for it. And then other people are saying that uh, the the SOF stuff is good, but then other people are saying it's bad. So have any of you actually got input into where you got your stuff if you are reenactors, and where is the best stuff to get? Sorry, I've gone off on a tangent there. We'll try and answer some more questions. Um, they must be so easy to fake German deck cards. They they do fake them. Obviously they do fake them, but it's like any original paper or document type thing. It's they're very you can the one I have anyway. I think is original, but I'm not 100% sure. But I only have one piece of it. But I know that I presume that they are faked as well a lot. Like everything else, military for some reason they just seem to bloody fake everything and anything. And it is getting harder to try and find originals or tell the difference between original stuff. It's 60 pattern made by What Price Glory Reproductions. It's 60 pattern made by What Price Glory Reproductions. Uh, the British stuff is green or DPM, because if it's green, it's correct in my eyes. If it's DPM and it's the 60 pattern, it's incorrect because the DPM, I believe, didn't first get made. No, there could have been trial versions of it, but I believe did not get made until in DPM until the 68 pattern jacket smock. So, um, Stan, I'm having a cup of DDRT, Jim. Jesus, everybody's at the DDRT tonight. Um, some nice World War One kit available on eBay as reproduction. Yeah, that's where I got a lot of them when I did do my First World One reenacting living history, because I was more into living history really than reenacting. If it's DPM Kenny, and it's marked as 60, it's incorrect. It should be 68 pattern. Um, I believe I have a green pattern 60 here. I can show you, and you can see the difference. I'll get it. I'll try and see if I can get it out for you. Yeah. So it was 66 pattern in DPM, but fully kicked in when it was 68. Okay, so there you go. So there's Andrew to the rescue. I knew it couldn't have been. It was too early to be 60 because I knew the 60 pattern was green. But yeah, the eBay does have a lot of reproductions for the World War One stuff. But my uniform was actually made by What Price Glory in the US, and I don't believe that they make them anymore. But that's where my uniform actually came from when I did do World War One reenacting, and it was the best of the lot. Now I do believe the SOF stuff is good as well. Now at the minute you might have to alter the collars and things like that, but yeah. It was 66 pattern in DPM but fully kicked in. Okay, so there you go. Just bought a sweet 60 pattern OD jacket here in Poland, size 9, under 80 quid. That's a very good deal. We'll do a review on it on my channel. On description it says 6068. Well, I think their description is wrong then. Hang on a second, I'll show you. See if I can find my 60 pattern one. Now, there you go. With the square pockets, the flat pockets, and on the bottom as well. So that's the 60 pattern. I'll just have a look at the label so I double check. So I can open the buttons. No. Oh yeah, my tag has washed out. It's barely visible. But I think mine is 1965 if I remember correctly. I'll just get my torch out. Sorry, 1962 minus. And it's a size 7. You can barely make it out. And you're not going to make it out when I shine the torch on it. But yeah, so that's my jacket anyway. Sorry, I'll just turn off the light. Where are we gone? I'm definitely going to go to SOF or Epic for WW2Y straps and kit. I need 2 lots, but at least I know it is, and I'm getting fleeced. Yeah, there is a guy. There is a guy on eBay that makes them, but he's very expensive. So they would be the 2 guys that I would go to. There are American stores like Hessian and stuff like that, but they are very expensive. And then when you bring them over, they can get more expensive. So yeah, so it does draw the price a lot. There are so many real death cards because there were so many deaths in the Eastern Front and Western Front and in prison camps that these were printed multiple times for the family. Yeah, I suppose that's a good point. Like, I mean, there's so many of them around and they're so plentiful, you probably don't need to forge them. That's the guy on eBay, I think, that does the straps there. Kenny just told you. Silvermans have Repo Green 60 pattern trousers in human sizes. Not sure how accurate they are for the real ones. He's an excellent seller, bought loads of stuff for him. Okay, I must look him up. I need to bring a notebook in here someday and actually take down notes with all the stuff you need to be talking about. Andrew Johnson, I bought my first ever kit from Silverman's in Mill End Road back in 81. But an awful lot of guys, an awful lot of, I did personally myself, an awful lot of Irish Army lads, um, we would buy sleeping bags, boots, um, proper trenches, proper hexi cookers, anything at all to make our lives easier. Um, we would buy stuff. I did the same. Bought a leather bandit beret in 1990 from Silverman's. Yeah, berets. We used to get them. We'd buy black leather ones, and we would get the tailors to put the red square on them for us. But yeah, so they were everywhere. But all soldiers private purchase everything. I don't think anything in my pack for the field. Like I had a snug pack shirt or a buffalo shirt that I used to have in my bag. I had Helly Hansen long johns and top. Um, I had merino wool socks. Everything in my bag. There was nothing in my backpack actually. I'd say that was issued. Very few stuff. Kenny Rebel, yes, I've bought from him loads, and I've always check his site out, and I've been to his shop twice. Great place. Um, if you go ask, if you go ask to go in the showroom, great. Okay. Where have I gone? Ralph, you can also attach alkali to your DD uniform. I might actually put a cuff title on him. We'll wait and see. It's a popular old school shop. I've been a few times to San. Okay, a bit far from me. I'm in Suffolk. It's definitely a bit far from me. I'd have to get a ferry and a couple of trains, I'd say. There is a. I did see on the F book site. There's a massive. I can't think of the name of it now. And I don't really like mentioning shops' names and stuff like that on the online because I've never been there and I can't guarantee or tell you what they sell. But um, they're advertising as well on the telly. Or advertising on the telly, advertising on Facebook. So yeah, so we'll wait and see. Um, the Silvermans used to have a catalogue, had no pictures back then. All of the kit had the same smell. Yeah. Um, did I buy? Did buy? What did I buy? I bought. I did buy something from Silverman's, but I can't remember what I bought back in the day. Andrew Jackson, yeah, it's great, mate. Nice place. I wish it was a bit closer, but it's good drive, but worth it. Oh, the lanyard for parades. I don't actually have one, and I must look him up. Um, I must look up what I should get for him and what I shouldn't get for him. But I don't like adding to. Well, okay, I like to. I don't like adding decorations. Like as I said on the live stream Friday, because if it comes with a medal and stuff like that on it, I'll leave it on it. But I don't like adding bling to uniforms. I just don't see the point of it. Same here from Glasgow. Just tuned in into a day out with a added bonus of kit. Yeah. Like the nearest to proper military stores from me or surplus stores, one would be 2 hours drive and the other would be 3 hours drive. Oh, excuse me. No, there is one 40 minutes away, but it's more of a camping shop and hiking shop really than a. It says Army surplus and there's a small few bits and pieces of surplus on it, but yeah, not really surplus. Um. So yeah. So yeah, it can be tricky. It can be a bit of a pain in the bottom, but as I said, I went to a car boot sale today with the intention of hopefully picking up some kit, but I was very disappointed. A lot of the fenders there had been a shower while we were driving there, and an awful lot of the fenders or the vendors that were selling stuff turned tail and ran. So when we got there, there wasn't actually a great selection. There wasn't a there wasn't a selection of militaria there anyway. I can tell you that for a fact. There is a couple in Tetford near me. I have a surplus store within a half an hour's drive, Jim. Drive, which is why I'm always spending my legacy. Yeah, I'd love to have a military. I don't. As I said, the pickings here in Ireland can be very slim. It's literally antique stores, car boot sales, and military shows, and eBay or internet shops. Um, ooh, excuse me. That's where the pickings are these days, and I suppose thankfully or not, some people mightn't like the idea, but because of COVID, there seems to be an awful lot of dealers now are setting up antique shops, or not antique shops, but military stores online, um, which is good in the fact that These guys need to be selling reputable, original, and make sure the description is correct on what they're selling, because if they don't sell what they say they're selling, the word will get around quick and their business will go bust, um, which is a good thing. So let's hope that continues. There's about three really near me, but they can be more focused on surplus. And if you ask about certain military, they seem to get a bit odd. So I've been a few times, but in general, I stay away. Um, how do you mean it get a bit odd now? Like if you ask, have they got specific DDR stuff because or Cold War stuff? They get a bit odd because it doesn't really sound nice. Um, doesn't seem customer based if that's what they're doing, um, which isn't good. You need to you need to listen to your customers. Um, a guy in Ireland, actually here, not so far away, offered me an M60, an airsoft M60 for my G3, and I was contemplating on swapping it, but I don't think I will. He's probably watching now and he's probably going to go mental, but I don't know. I sort of like it. I see it here and I'm going, yeah. And it has original parts in it and it has been lovingly put together. And this is airsoft too, so don't have a canary, guys. But yeah, I don't know if he does. If he does want to swap me, it'll have to be really, really worth it because I really do like this rifle, and it does have its original an original stock, and it's got an original sling, and the furniture on it's so real, and the magazines have been converted. They're real ones that have been converted. So yeah, I don't know. I don't think I will. It'll have to be. It'll have to be a very, very good deal for me to swap it. Uh, Cold War kit here in Poland because more expensive has become more expensive now. Um, the last time I was in Poland, I was in Krakow, and I found a military shop, well, a surplus shop there, and he did have a lot of good stuff. Now he had German stuff and he had British stuff, um, and he had Russian stuff. But at the time, I didn't really have much time to shop around, and I didn't have anyone there that could speak Polish, which would have been a great help. But if I go back again, I probably will spend a bit more time there. If you set out in Ireland with a metal detector that's left of World War Two in ground, what? If you set out in Ireland with a metal detector, what's left of World War Two in ground? Nothing. You won't find any World War Two stuff here in Ireland, and you have to have permission from the landowner to metal detect. You can't just walk onto somebody's land and start metal detecting. But you will find probably stuff in certain areas that were used as training camps for World War One. You'll find stuff there. You'll find stuff from the Jacobite Wars, the likes of Sarsfield, Cromwell, those type of guys. You could even find Norman stuff. The brooch, the what you call a brooch that is above in the National Museum was found by a metal detector. The Book of Kells, I believe, was even found by a metal detector. But you won't find much World War Two stuff. I love my G3 A3 GBBR. Yeah, uh, there was a huge surplus store in Nottingham. Rumor was the RAF had to buy back some Vulcan bomber wrecks during the Falklands conflict that they had sold them. Nothing would surprise me. That's a sweet rifle. It is. It is. It is. Yeah, yeah. I do like it, and if he does want to swap me or do an exchange program with me, I think it will have to be a very good deal before I will part with this. Now he was saying that it would go to be an airsoft M60, but I still don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. But we'll wait and see. I don't think I will. It would have to. It'll have to be a very good deal before I swap that. I reckon. Um, I do like the G3. Always meant to pick one up, but never got around to it. That's I wasn't on the lookout for that, and a deal came up, and I have my Bundeswehr stuff, and that is a good reason why I want to keep it, is because I have my Bundeswehr loadout complete with webbing and everything, and that was the rifle they used. So I got it. So yeah, sometimes one in the particular has. Sometimes one in particular, downright rude. He was selling DX, and when I tried to engage him in conversation, you'd think I was talking about doing something illegal. His customer. Yeah, I mean, some guys like that too. They don't like selling stuff. They're more of a collector than a seller, and they don't really like selling stuff, so they try and fight with you to sell it off. If you come back to Poland, let me know, as I can speak fluent Polish. Uh, well, close but no cigar. Are you far from Krakow? Because I want to go back to Krakow. Um, Jim, was it a local surplus shop for local surplus steel helmet stand? Uh, Royston Vesley surplus. I don't know what you're answering questions to there now, lads. The only operator in the village. Yeah, yeah. But like I have, like I showed you all my stuff. Um, I have a G3. I have a Denex SMLE. I have two SLRs. I have a Thompson. I have an AK. I have an M16. I have an XM177 Echo 1. I have two SA80s. I have the SA80A1. I have the SA80A2. Um, I have my Bren. I have my 1911. It's the only pistol I have. Yeah, so I have 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. All right. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. What did I get 12? I don't know. Um, Kenny Rebel, yeah. There is 3 local, and they're all similar in their customer service, as in rude when you go in. Oh, clicky, if you get that. It's easy. It's easy. I won't spend money. Well, that's fair enough. That's the price of everything. Yeah, there was a famous stand-up comedian here. Well, there was two of them. They were called the Unbelievables, John Kenny and Pat Short, and they did a sketch. Whereas they would walk into a shop and you had like John Kenny is standing there and like or Pat Short was standing there. He's asking the shopkeeper, how much is that? 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 And he's like, for fuck's sake, stop asking me all the questions. What you want? Oh, give us my usual. So, and he gives him a cigarette out of a box and hands it to him. Like, but it's just funny the way they did it. Um, uh, and as my wife will assist, I spend a bloody crap load on it, and I can't afford it. Um, think of it as an inheritance. It's more of a it will benefit somebody in the future. That's what you're doing. You're investing. You're investing the money. That is the best way to describe it. Everything here is invested. There is nothing here bought. It is invested, and it is true because the price of this stuff does raise or does rise. Um, and when I'm no longer around, and or if my kids, or if I have kids, or if I have family, or whatever I have, don't want to collect it or don't want to move on anymore, they can sell it off and it will have acquired more of a price after that. I live in Skowrow, which is a long way from Krakow, 400 kilometers, 5 hours drive. Let me know if you are in Warsaw side. Oh yeah, I like Poland, but I was going to go back to Poland um, this year or last year, but COVID made a crap of everything. And COVID is continuing to make a crap of everything here in Ireland at the minute. Steel helmet stand, my stinky jackets will be her pension. uh, yeah, so I mean, it's crazy. It is crazy. Um, like we are supposedly out of lockdown here, but we're not really. Like you can only go into bars and restaurants here if you have a vaccine. You still have to wear masks. You still have to book for the cinema. You still have to book for restaurants. If you don't have a vaccine, you can't go into a restaurant. You have to eat outside. Um, they're limiting numbers inside bars. They're limiting numbers inside stadiums. They're limiting numbers to weddings, christenings, confirmations. So that's the big issue in relation to military shows this year. Um, the numbers. They can have it outdoor, but how many numbers are they allowed to have? So it's going to be crazy. Um, do the same. Do the same in Paris. In Paris, I don't know what you mean, Ralph, by doing the same in Paris. Oh, they're doing the same in Paris. Yeah. I'm having the Pfizer second jab tomorrow. I had the second job. I have had. It was Pfizer I got. I didn't have any effects at all for either of them. The only effects I had. That's not wrong. I did have effects. The only effects